What is up, everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video. Today we're gonna be Mr. Trapgenesis once again because we're looking at another plugin that emulates the FM chip inside the Sega Genesis. Yes, this VST is called Chipsynth MD, and it is a dope VST. I did do a video of the YM2612. I'll put a link up there so you can check that out in the link in the description below. Check it out. But this is another one that comes from a different developer that could be a little bit what you guys see. I might do a comparison of both of these in the end, but it is what it is. But before we get into the video, let's just go ahead and make a Trapgenesis type beat, and then we'll go over the video. So let's do that right now. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video like always, or that little beat make video. If you can, subscribe to the channel because I make more stuff like this all the time. Also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud at MrDifferentTV. And yeah, it's just how it is. Let's jump right into this VST, or jump right into FL Studio and check out this VST Chipsynth MD. So let's go right now. So here we are inside of FL Studio like always, and here it is right now, the Chipsynth MD, and it looks a little bit different compared to the other VST that we looked at. This is a more modern take on it, but it still has the same DNA and the same sound, which I do appreciate that because it makes it a little bit easier to kind of get into this VST than the other one. But like I said, I'll do a full comparison of both of them, you know, see which one's right for you. This plugin does come in at $50, so it is a little bit on the pricier side, so do keep in mind, but you pay for what you get, and I'll show you that. Now, I'm not doing a full in-depth video. I'm just gonna go over every little thing little by little, and you can, you know, download a trial demo and try it yourself and all that if you want to really dive deep into it. So what does it come with now? Like I said, it has the same DNA as the Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis FM chip in there. It is an FM synthesizer. It is 6 voice. I think it goes more than 6 voice. You can do a mini polyphony if you want. Now, actually, this only does 6 voice, so you can't do infinite polyphony. It really stays true to the DNA, so that's what it is. Now, this is the main screen. Now, you do have a part A and a part B, as you see, which, you know, it's pretty dope as it is, and it's a little bit different, like, because like I said, right here you got the algorithm. So you start with 0 is the first algorithm, so, and then goes all the way up to 7, so you get 8 different algorithms. And it just have that, it just has that, you know, that sound that the Sega Genesis have. I mean, it really sounds good. You have an LFO vibrato, I think that's what it is, vibrato, and the LFO it says tremolo, the tremolo right there. And you have a random mode, which comes to that a little bit, and also your patches as well. Down here you have all your controls for each operator, but you know, basically each oscillator, as you can say, but operator for FM, and you control them. You got ADSR. You click here, you have more stuff like key tracking rate and stuff like that. You got your level, and you got detune and multiple, and some of these instances have a little feedback loop where you can add some feedback, so it feedbacks into itself. So, you know, if you know anything about FM synthesis, that should be pretty straightforward to you. I'm not a big FM synth guy, so sorry. Like I said, remember, you do have a part A and point B, so you can't point part A, part B, so that way you can kind of, you know, stack your sounds again and get more unique sound. Now, when it comes to the patches, there are patches up here. You click and you can load different patches from basses to bells, melodic keys, stuff like that. So, you know, you do have stuff like that, and you got your, of course, your knit. So that's dope right there. But the real stuff that come in with the sound design capabilities right here. So what you can do is you can hit random. So random will just randomize everything and give you a random patch. So Now you won't always get a usable patch, but at least it randomizes everything. So if you want to kind of get a starting point, you can start with that and then build upon it and change it up and make your own by changing the different algorithms. You know, so very good for sound designers and very good for people who don't really know about sound design. Now, what it really gets dope, let's just end it again. If you come into here, and shout out to DJ Av for actually showing this off, because this is where it's at. If you go to these, you got like basic sine waves and shapes and all that and stuff like that, GM instruments and stuff like that. It was cool, but the data sheet is where it's at. So if you want to, say you want to make a bell sound, so you click bell. Now you have a bell data sheet. Easy. You got your bell sound. Now you can start randomizing the bell. And it's going to randomize the data sheet and bell. That is, to me, a huge plus of this plugin, because it makes it really easy to make your own sounds and start sound designing and getting that sound right at the back. So that is dope. Like I said, one shout out DJ Av once again for actually pointing that out. That is a big feature, and I really do like that. So yeah, that data sheet and then just how you can get patches started out. You can just randomize them, makes it a sound design dream. Now you do have the DAC, or the digital A converter, which basically can convert the stuff into different sounds like that. Oh man, I don't know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm just playing digital A converter. So basically taking a digital signal and converting it to an analog signal and it's sending it back. Stuff like that. So what this can do is you can actually add in your own files, such as drums, claps, snares, realistic sound, choir, stuff like that. And you can actually process it how the Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis processes stuff. So there's that, which is pretty cool. I haven't really played with it much, but I'm pretty sure, you know, you can get creative with, like, say you want to have a kind of retro sounding drum kit or whatever. You can just throw it in here, and you know, you got your bit reduction, all that, your resolution, 8-bit, you know, all the way to 8-bit to 1-bit. You got your gain, your bit reduction, all that, your jitters, and your slices as well if you want to slice some stuff up. You can slice it to the keyboard. Dope. Boom. Read the manual. Next up is your stacks. Now you can stack this with multiple layers. It says up to 6, but I'm not sure how that really works. I know you could, like, say layer 1 and 2, you got 3 and 4, and you can change the layers and the delay and all that, which we'll get into that. Pretty much you can stack a layer stuff. Like I said, I'm not going in depth about this, just kind of give you an overview, and you can kind of come up with a cool sound that way, which is pretty unique. Now you have this stepping mode right here, which allows you to, I'm guessing this is kind of a step sequencer to mess with the steps of the actual waveform. I haven't played with this at all myself, so I don't want to go into detail and give you guys false information, so read the menu about that, but it's there. I think it's a step sequencer. It'd be nice if it is, and see you got different steps. You can determine that, yeah, so I guess you can, it's kind of a step sequencer sort of, so that's pretty cool right there. Let's say I ain't play with this because I'm not into that kind of stuff right there, but what I am into is the next two tabs, which is the effects tab. This does come with built-in effects. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you have an arpeggiator, which of course, you know, I'll just go ahead and go to the part A, and then we'll just make a bell sound once again. Go to my data sheet, go to bell, randomize it. Okay, that's good enough. Turn on the arpeggiator. You got different presets for the arpeggiator. You got up and down, up, different types, randomized key, pretty cool. You can your type, loop, single, sustain notes. You got BPM, you got swing, you got gate. You can lock it to the BPM, so if you want to lock it to your host tempo. Change the time division, so you can do that. Dope. I love that video right there. You have a chorus. Cool little chorus right there for all you guys. It also comes with an ambient reverb. I gotta send some to it. So you got a reverb with a bunch of controls, all kinds of stuff, dampening, EQ, diffusion, really go in. It's a very powerful reverb, also with presets, of course, as well. So that's dope. And then you have a delay. Now, I don't know if this actually emulates the actual delay inside of the Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis. I keep doing that. I'm not really 100% sure. If it doesn't, I don't really care. It's a delay. But they do make a delay plugin also, which I'll be taking a look at that as well, a multi-effects plugin that I bought as well. We'll take a look at that, but that has a really good like video game delay in it, and I'll take a look at that in a later video. But the fact is there's a delay in there is pretty much dope for me. I like that. I mean, you can know, got all your parameters right there. Pretty good, pretty dope. I love that. Amazing. All right. So the last thing is, of course, it's got a Vgm player built into it. Yes, so you don't need to have another plugin unlike the other one. It's built into it, ready to go. Like I said, since I have a folder set up, I got my folder right here. As you can see, I can click what I want to. Now, for this video or this beat, I use the Earthworm Jim, of course, because that's one of my favorite games on the Genesis. I click here, and I can click any of these. I can use that one and actually play it. As you can see, I can stop playing all that. I can solo mute different parts, so you know, that kind of thing right there. So say I want to use this sound right here. All I got to do is click copy to part A or part B, and then it'll put it in there. So I pick part A, copy to part A, and then if I go to part A, and actually added the actual like synth right here as well, so I can use that as well if I want to, but I can mute that, go to stacks, and then mute that. So now, so right there, as you can see, I had I loaded up the sound straight from a VGM file. Like I said, I did have a website, put a link below where you can get your VGM sounds from. You can download them, make your folder. It's pretty simple. You just make it on your desktop or wherever you want to go to. You tell it what to look for, and boom, you just start playing around with it. You can do making sounds from the games that you love to play, and I have a ton of them, as you can see. So yeah, that is pretty much the Chipsynth MD. Definitely worth the money. I mean, if you can get away with spending $50, it is definitely worth the money. I don't know if they do any sales or anything like that. Like I said, I'm not being sponsored by these guys. DJ Ab made a video about it. I picked it up, fell in love with it. I do want to do a video comparison of this versus the YM 2612, because like I said, even though they both do the same thing or the same thing, they do function differently. There's a place for both of them, and I know people want to see comparison of them, actually hear a sound comparison, because I think that'd be pretty dope. And also, you know, especially if your wallets are hurting, you want to see, is it worth spending the extra money, or is it worth going the, you know, the cheaper route? Which one is blah blah blah. We will definitely look at that and check it out in a later video. If you want to see that, done with the video, leave a comment, and I definitely do that. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Like always, y'all know who it is. It's your boy Synth, aka Mr. Different, not motivated by the money, but the like, comment, subscribe, views, Mr. Trapgenesis himself, self-appointed just now. With that being said, hope you guys enjoy. If you got any questions, leave it in the description below. You get this plugin, you got the other plugin, you want to see me do comparison, let me know, and I'll do what I can. With that being said, catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.